Hello everybody, my name's Bobbitch and welcome back to some Star Citizen. It has been a while. I haven't really dipped into Star Citizen much for lately. I've kind of missed an entire patch, although 3.16 wasn't really that jam-packed with a lot. 3.17 however is looking to be very sharp, and there's a lot of things coming in. Not least of which, here as we make our new character, it's they've changed some of the DNA stuff, so the characters look a fair bit more polished. There's lots of new skins and texture changes and things that they've done to make the selections a little bit more personal when you decide to do things. But what I want to do today is do the meat and potatoes of what I normally do when I play Star Citizen, and that isn't so much as drag on about different features. It's more about what is the performance and such like. And thankfully we have this patch, and the last couple of patches that CIG have done on the PTU, they have basically done some background jiggery nonsense to make the performance a whole lot better. So rather than just dig into lots and lots of features of what's going on with the game, I'm going to try and judge the performance, and I'm going to do that by taking a flight from New Babbage to Crusader, because this year's Invictus event, so Fleet Week, is not that far away, and CIG are doing their best to hammer this patch out before Fleet Week jumps live. So it's going to be really important to them to make sure the performance is right. The main focus for this is because last time Fleet Week came out we had it and we were on Microtech. This time they are using Crusader as the stage, so when you go to Fleet Week and you want to go and walk around the hangars and such, instead of taking the trains around New Babbage, instead you're going to have to fly to Orison, however you want to pronounce it, the floating cloud city within Crusader's atmosphere, and take all the trains and such there instead. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a trip there and see what this is like. Okay, I have to say frame rate is still a little bit spotty as we come and make our character here. We shall have to see what it's like as we go around. It looked pretty promising when I rendered up and my character was in the bed, but it seems to be a little bit spiky out here. Let's get our character suited and booted. My favourite stuff that I always put on is this Galena set. I just have a love of this set when the rest of it renders in. Where are we? It's hidden from me. Where is it? It must be higher. Where is it? It's run away. There it is. There's the arms. Anyway, so yeah, there is so much in this patch that it is going to like take entire videos. Morphologists, others such like that, people like Board Gamer and such have done whole videos on this, on the sheer amount of stuff that's coming in this patch. There is so much stuff, so more mechanics to sell things to vendors, new ships like the Hull A. It was right at the bottom, look, there we go. And new ships like the Hull A, which is MISC's sort of telescopic folding monstrosity, and it's the first one, so it's going to be the test bed for this kind of technology. Yeah, loads and loads of stuff. So it's going to be one of the most feature-packed things in a while. I don't have a whole... Oh, someone's turned the thing off. There we go, let's turn the elevator back on. So yeah, I'm not going to dip into all these features. My main focus of this is the performance. So for the record, my PC is running an AMD 3900X. I have 32 gigabytes of RAM, and I'm running with a GeForce 1070, so yes, I'm running with a bit of a relic of a graphics card. It's something I desperately need to upgrade, which I might actually be able to do now the apocalypse of the lack of silicon in the world is slowly normalizing and graphics cards are coming down in price, so hopefully I should be able to buy one soon. But yeah, it's all about what's going to happen on this hardware, so I don't have NASA levels of computer to get this thing going. I also have a deleted shader folder, so it may appear to be a bit slow when I'm loading into areas whilst it's loading the shaders, but the critical focus here is going to be on Crusader once we get out of Microtech, because we need to see how the performance around Crusader is. CIG say they've done a lot to increase performance, especially when it comes to clouds. So this is going to be the big test. I don't have the clouds on high at the minute as we get through this beautiful Microtech sunrise here. But yes, they've done little tweaks to sort of increase their depth so that they don't look so rubbish up close, if that makes sense. If you've played the game at all, you'll know what I mean. They just suddenly become sort of fuzzy and they all sort of blend into one another. So it'll be interesting to see how that reflects Crusader, because I haven't been there yet. That being said, with a pinch of salt, this is the PTU and there is going to be more patches. This is the latest patch that I'm playing on the 28th, I believe. Yes, it's 28th still. This patch has been out a few hours. There is a bucket load of known issues that could make this experience very, very, very sketchy. One of the favourite ones is getting out of ships, so just leaving your ship may cause it to explode, which is a fantastic known issue on a patch note. So we'll see what happens. Providing I can use it, if it's not bugged or anything, I am going to take the 890 because it'll look classy getting down the atmosphere and it'll get us there fastest. So join me as we go along to go and grab my 890. It's been a little bit choppy just running through the terminals here. I hope this is just things streaming in and out. There's fantastic frame rates around areas, and then you just run into little spots. It's probably shaders loading things in, as I said. So if I ran through it again, it will probably be pretty flawless like this is. But yeah, there's definite drops, but I think that's just shaders rendering in and being saved for the first time. So yeah, we'll go and grab my 890 and we'll make our way to Crusader.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
The ASOP terminals have changed quite a bit, as you can see. So we've now got this sort of different touch interface that doesn't look quite so derp.
Your vehicle has been delivered.
Hangar 19, and you leave the terminals a lot quicker as well. You still got the indicators? That's some lovely shader bug going on there. Come on, render that in for me. There we go. Little known trick for you: if you get the elevator bug that seems it's going into nowhere, just let the doors close and reopen them and let the object container streaming. It'll fix it for you. There she is. I wanted to put my backpack on to sort of showcase it. So if you took place in, I think it was the last Zenithreat event, or was it the Best in Show? I honestly can't remember. You got an awesome little Argo cargo backpack. Oh no, it was the Best in Show ship, wasn't it? When the Argo got voted the best ship. Even saying it makes me laugh. But yeah, you got a cool backpack if you voted. So there's a little funky backpack. Something to try and not lose whilst we explore the Star Citizen verse. If you've not seen one of these before, welcome to the 890 Jump. This is a capital luxury ship. It's my baby. It's the one I've wanted for the longest time, and I sort of lusted after it for a good year and a half. I had a 600i, and slowly but surely I managed to make my way up money-wise and get my 890. The 890 is essentially a giant yacht, as you'll see when we take off. So giant capital ship that has sort of a little bit of everything bar mining. You could do trading runs with it. It's mainly just a luxury tourer, so it can hold a bunch of people in these staterooms, and it has a bar and a restaurant on board, and a big captain's quarters, which is amazing. And then this bridge up here, so we'll jump in here. One of the neat quality of life features that CIG has added now is a button that you can toggle to just contact ATC. I'm just doing it the old-fashioned way, but now you can toggle that if you want to just be able to contact ACT. ATC? God, I can't talk. So, hangar doors are opening, pressing R just to start everything. And this is my 890 jump. I love it so much. With the ship names that we could use, my 890 in the PU is called Black Star. after David Bowie's album, because he was a living legend. I have noticed as we sort of dip and duck around now that my frame rate does seem a little bit better, I have to say, than what I'm used to for New Babbage. So with luck, Crusader might hold up to that. Oh, the mountains look pretty with that sun reflecting off them. So we will make our way over the city and out towards the upper atmosphere and Crusader. There we go, we'll turn on the display info. So the goal is what CIG has stated for the longest time to have a stable FPS, and what they call a playable FPS, and that is 30. So you can see that this is currently running sort of 30-32 flying around New Babbage with my aging 1070, so it's not doing bad. It could be better, and I imagine if I turned a couple of the details and things down, but I just like it looking pretty. I don't intend to get in massive combat fights and things with this Star Citizen. If I do, I tend to turn details down a bit. But it's always going to be laggy around a city, especially New Babbage. New Babbage is one of the ones that really made things chug. What's important is going to be Crusader. So as we blast towards Crusader, what can I jabber on about? So 3.17 is shaping up to be a massive, massive patch. There is so much stuff coming in this that it's probably going to be one of the bigger patches of the year, if not one of the major ones up to date. So there's the Hull A, which I've already said is the telescopic MISC cargo ship. Unfortunately, I don't own one, so I can't show it to you just yet. We have clouds on Hurston, so Hurston has clouds now, just like Microtech did. Ominous looking, though not quite the smog that sort of befits the lore of the planet. You know, it was choked and destroyed by the Hurston Corporation. So that whilst they look amazing and it's a lovely, lovely immersive touch, they don't quite feel that oppressive yet. But again, first iteration. Microtech has a river, so if you point your ship 205 degrees out of New Babbage and fly for something like 440 kilometers, I think it is, you'll come across a tundra, and sort of just to the south of where you are, there is a river, a singular river, just to test CIG's new implementation of a river. And it's a bit rough around the edges, literally. The shorelines are sort of a little bit iffy, but it's still great. It's very picturesque. It's a very pretty location for screenshots. I did go there in a previous PTU patch when I jumped on one evening and I flew around there. Very fun if you're taking something like a Dragonfly or a Nox or the new Consolidated Outland quad hover thingy that they've got. You can fly down there. I can see lots of races down rivers in the future. We also have mining gadgets now, so you can clip these onto asteroids and they make the asteroid easier to mine, so they change the density or the weakness and resistance. I believe you can only put them on what I would call size 2 asteroids that can be mined by the mole, so you can't put them on small asteroids. Definitely can't use them on like hand mining asteroids and things. And they're reclaimable, so they're expensive. I haven't actually gone and bought one, but from what I've heard they're expensive. But so long as you don't, you know, shred the rock and blow it up that you're using the device on, you can actually pick it up afterwards and reuse it over and over and over. So yeah, you just have to be careful. So there's being able to sell things back to shops, so vendors and things. You can loot armor and such from bunker missions or wherever you're going, and now you can sell it back to shops to make money with it. Not a great money making scheme in the grand scheme of things, but it's an income, and it's finally a use for all the crap that you find in boxes if you can fit it into a backpack. Okay, here we are at Crusader. Always scary in the jump because it looks like you're going to slam straight into the planet, but it stops just short. So my FPS has dipped a little bit now. Just going to see where we can transpose into Orison. Orison. I think I have to wait for my cooldown to spool. FPS is down to 40, so whilst not disastrous, it's still down a little bit. There we go. Okay, Orison, where are you? There you are. Now, one thing I've always noticed with Orison when I dipped into here is as I'm splining in, so if you don't know what splining is, what I'm about to do is a spline jump. So there's always this period of the game locking up as it loads in Orison, so we'll see if it does it again. Ooh, getting a little wobble. There we go. Still 40 FPS. Looks like Orison is going to be on the daytime side for a change, which is always a nice change in my videos, because normally when I fly into these places it's pitch black in the middle of night. There wasn't a freeze, which is fantastic, so that the sort of the streaming technology that the object container streaming is definitely a whole lot better. You can turn off the quantum drive now. 35 FPS. I need to locate the spaceport. There it is. If you ever come to Orison and you get lost, you can zoom in with F, and the spaceport is this big spidery looking thing here with 4 wonky legs. Now I get to listen to the awesome music as we fly in. Still 40 FPS. I'm very surprised. This is actually working really well. I wonder if they've just reduced the density of the clouds or something around here. Sort of descending into the level now where some of the assets of the city start to get streamed in, still at 40 FPS. God, I love the Orison music so much. I just wanted to shut up just so I could hear that music again. There we go. Hopefully I should be able to... There we go, there's the ATC. 30 FPS in the cockpit is not bad at all, especially in the 890. We've got the giant hangar there. I'm going to spin around and come in this way so we can get a nice thumbnail. Gosh, you don't want to pull up. Oh dear. Yeah, you're essentially at 1G of gravity here. There we go, now the thrusters are working. She's still falling like a brick. So if you've never been to Orison before, this is the main city, or rather this is the spaceport. As you can see, platform 8 is where I'm meant to go. Whoa, my 890 really is handling like a brick here. She doesn't like this. Dipping sort of 30 FPS and below. She is down.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
We are down in Orison. Turn the engines off. And moment of truth whilst the hangar doors close. Is she going to explode? No. Not yet, anyway. That's one way. God, this place is so pretty. Okay. .40 FPS in Orison is a massive, massive improvement, I've got to say. Exit ship. Please don't explode. Patch notes. Be nice to me. I'd wake up in Orison's hospital anyway, but that's not the point. Brilliant. Awesome. There we go. We'll get this out of the way just in case we do have someone rogue come down. .37, 35 FPS. What I want to do is try and get to the Invictus area. So somewhere around here, I have no idea where, and I don't know if they've included it in this PTU patch. Oh, hello. Random elevator into nowhere again. Come on, doors close. And object container streaming, do your thing. There we go. Always works. So we go to the August Dunlop Spaceport. Welcome to Orison, by the way, if you've never seen it. It is very, very pretty. And before, I would have said that it was massively performance intensive. So, like I said, it would have choked your FPS. When I was here before, I was lucky if I got sort of 20. So whilst it was an awesome place to explore, it's fantastic to see that they really have bumped the performance. So let's go and find one of the sky trains, the little shuttles, and see if we can't find our way to the Invictus area. That's another little thing with 317 actually, seeing all these food places and coffee stores. Wow, they added different ambient audio into here. Food and drink are going to be required more because the hunger and thirst mechanics are going to be a little bit more persistent. So, here's Hurston. Here's the space whale.
Hi.
Francis, the storm whales. Sorry, the storm whales, not space whales. They are space whales, but technically they're called storm whales. This takes us down to the Skyway. I'm blown away by how much better this is performing on my machine. I really am. It was chugging like hell last time I was here, and now it's, you know, I'm just pleased it's above 30 FPS. Even as I'm recording, it's at 45. I know if I stop recording, I'd probably even gain some more frames. Ugh, and again, shaders, come on, load in. And object container, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Down to the shuttle station. Okay. There is maps, but we'll have to see if the Invictus event is on one of them. So it'll be nice to see where we have to go when it happens. So, we've got the different bits and bobs here. Shows us where we are, but it's not saying where the Invictus event is. I imagine it's probably going to be in the Cloud View Center somewhere. So we'll go to Cloud View. As Providence Cloud View is this side. Ah, there's a ship there. Quick! Oh, that was fast. So, here we go. If you've never seen this before, this is the little SkyTrain shuttles that take you around Orison. There comes another one back inside. This place is just so pretty. The fact that it's so pretty and now it's actually... it's going to be a broad term for Star Citizen. It's actually playable. I hope that doesn't sound too harsh. I suppose it can be, depending on what people's PCs and such are, but I'm managing above 30 FPS on the 1070, although I have got a lot of RAM and I have got a decent CPU. I just need a new graphics card, but it's dipping a bit now as we move between the platforms, but 30 FPS. Let's see what it's like on the actual platform. This is where it used to chug really nastily. So this is Providence. This is where like the shopping mall and other areas are. There's a bar here, so it'll be interesting to test the bartender. Oh, dropping frames now. There is a lot going on here. This is where you would spawn if you pick Orison as a your home location. So yeah, we're down to 20 FPS. So it's it's okay, but it's a little bit more disappointing. I've still got no idea where the Invictus event is, but I really did want to see what the performance around Orison was like. It's better, let's put it that way. And this is still only sort of the second PTU patch they've released that is going to showcase this kind of performance improvement. But the idea is that when they do these events, they do free flights, so it's meant to bring in new players. So it's important that the performance is right, so that these new players aren't just going to reach Orison and their computers are going to die and they're just going to think, oh, I can't play this because it's not playable. The fact that they've made the approach a bit more sustainable speaks volumes, that they've managed to increase the performance on the approach to Orison itself. They just need to nail it in the city centre now. So this is the Crusader showroom. This was added not long ago actually, and I don't think I've actually been here. Not that it really matters. I mean, I have 2 Crusader ships. Showroom elevators. I wonder if it's Invictus is going to be here. Ready for another elevator into space? Oh! I don't know what that was. Foyer. Showroom. We'll round off by going into the Crusader showroom. Oh, hello. This is the front end of a Hercules. Corporate wing, showroom, yard, / bar. So we can come to the showroom and get annihilated. Awesome. Developing excellence, investing in the future, creating technology, building safety. Okay, and they have several Herculeses. Oh no, that's a Mercury Star Runner over here. I'm guessing these are engineers and designers. This is a Isperia gun. Light strike cannon. Okay. This is a Star Runner. I have one of these. Oh, hello shuttle. We're still sort of getting 25 to 30 FPS, sort of bouncing around here. So I'm going to have a fly around, I think, in a smaller ship and dart around the platforms. So I'm not going to do it now because I'd rather wait till it's daytime again because the planet's going into its nighttime cycle. Here's a Hercules. I don't know if they have the Crusader Ares and the Ion. They have a marker for it, they just don't have one in the showroom. Or the PTU has deleted it, because that's what the PTU does. So, there we go. I'll round this off anyway, because this has gotten quite long enough already. So, performance in Orison and Crusader. It's a lot better. It's not perfect, but again, it's the second patch on the PTU cycle that they've done this, where they're increasing some performance stats. And sort of 30 FPS walking around Orison is pretty tidy for what they've been able to do so far. So yeah, really looking forward to Invictus, and it's wonderful seeing the sort of the new influx of people coming into Star Citizen just lately and getting involved. So please feel free to leave a message and a comment. I'm not going to do the normal thing of saying like and subscribe. If you like this, you'll like it anyway. If you subscribe, thank you. You don't have to. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed. I really hope to see more people around the verse, because I am going to play this a lot more now. The different economic factors are coming into it. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope I'll see you around.